Okay, so here we go. I think we're going to talk about lesson 2 of module 1 of our first chapter. So it's lesson 2 of module 1 of our first chapter, and we're going to be able to. We're going to be able to multiply and divide monomials. I love multiplying and dividing monomials. It's so much fun. So what you'll learn is you're going to learn about monomials, product of powers, quotient of properties, and what a term is. You're going to be able to use the laws of exponents to multiply and divide monomials that have common bases. That's the only way you could do it. They have to have common bases. So we'll be able to learn how to do that. Let's scroll up. A monomial is a number. Highlight. Remember, if I'm highlighting, you're highlighting. If I'm writing a note down, you're writing a note down. It is a number, a variable, or a product. That means times of a number and one or more variables. For example, 6y to the second power is a monomial because 6 times y to the second, that's 6 times y, that's a big product. Okay? The expression x plus 3 is not a monomial because of that whole plus, right? We can't have a sum in there. Now, when we're using addition, subtraction, signs to separate an algebraic expression into parts, it's called a term. So a monomial has only one term. The expression x plus 3 has the sum of 2 terms. So it's a binomial. So they want you to take now and practice that content you just learned. So write each expression in the appropriate bin. An example of each type is given. So x, where should x go? Is it a monomial or is it not a monomial? That's a single thing, and it's a monomial. 80 is a monomial, binomial, or a product. No, that is not a monomial. I mean, it's not. It doesn't go in the not category. Okay, so it goes there in binomials. X squared minus y squared, because of that little minus sign there, it goes over there. 8x is indeed a monomial. It's 8 times x. It's a product. And x plus 5, whoa, that's a big bad one because of the plus sign, right? So that's what you should have written there in those different bins. We call them bins. Okay, let's scroll up. Next page. Now we're going to practice. We're going to have to simplify 5 to the 4th times 5 to the 1st. All right. The bases are the same. Because the bases are the same, we are good to go. When the bases are the same, exactly the same, we could take our 5 and write it as such, and then go ahead and add the exponents. That's what I want you to see. I want to see in your papers. 5 to the 4 plus 1. I have 5 to the 4 plus 1, or 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. I will never make you multiply something like that. That's kind of crazy. But if you were to do that, it should end in a 5 or a 0, and it ends up being 5 to the 5th. That will for sure be a very large number, and I will not make you do that. Now, let's go ahead and check. See if you know what you're doing. 4 to the 5th times 4 to the 3rd. You go press press pause, and then when you get done with the problem, check your answer. And okay, check your answer. I hope you didn't multiply that out, but if you did, it'd look like that, hopefully. Or 4 times 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a big number. Would you rather write this, or would you rather work it out and try and find out? This works way better at 4 to the 8th power. Okay? Let's forge on. We could do the same thing when we have the same base, even if it's not a number. It's a little bit easier to see this way. So if I have c to the 3rd times c to the 5th, that means I could write it as c to the 3rd plus 5. So it would be c to the 8th power. Now if I want to go back and check that, I have x to the 4th times x to the 6th. That would give me, the bases are the same, so you keep the base the exact same. Then you go ahead and add the powers. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do x to the 1405 times x to the 9002. Go ahead and do that problem really quick. Press pause. Let's say 1405. 1405. So x to the 1,405, I said it wrong, and to the x to the 9,002, we get x equals x to the 10,407. So really, as long as the bases are the same, you go ahead and add the exponents. That's the rule of thumb. Now, when we do quotient of powers, actually I'm going to stop this lesson here. I will do 2 videos, okay, because I don't want this to be too big.